Have you ever wondered what separates those who crumble under pressure from those who rise stronger than ever? Every setback, every crack in your path is a chance to rewrite your story. But how do you transform adversity into unbreakable strength? Welcome to Mind Theory. Today, we're diving deep into the science and secrets of resilience and mental toughness. Get ready to discover how to turn your struggles into your greatest superpower. Are you ready to master the art of bouncing back? Let's begin. Did you know that in Japan, there is an art form called kintsugi? When a piece of pottery breaks, they don't throw it away. Instead, they mend the broken pieces with lacquer mixed with powdered gold, silver, or platinum. The cracks are not hidden, they are highlighted. The repaired object is considered more beautiful and more valuable than it was before it was broken. This isn't just a story about pottery, it's a story about us. It's a powerful metaphor for the human spirit. We all experience cracks. We all face moments that threaten to shatter us into a million pieces. But what if those cracks weren't signs of weakness? What if they were opportunities to rebuild ourselves, stronger and more beautiful than before? This is the essence of resilience. It's not about avoiding hardship. It's not about pretending you don't feel pain or disappointment. It is about facing those challenges, gathering your pieces, and using your own inner gold to mend what has been broken. Imagine a sapling in a storm. It bends, it sways, it might even lose a few leaves. But after the wind and rain pass, it straightens up again, its roots a little deeper, its trunk a little stronger for having endured the pressure. Resilience is that ability to bend without breaking, to face the storm and stand tall once more, not in spite of the struggle, but because of it. Think about the last time something didn't go your way. Maybe you failed an exam you studied hard for. Perhaps a project at work fell through. Or maybe you faced a personal loss that felt insurmountable. In that moment, you had a choice. You could stay down, defeated by the weight of the setback, or you could take a deep breath, acknowledge the hurt, and start thinking about the next step. Every person who has ever achieved something meaningful has a collection of these moments. Their stories are not tales of unbroken success. They are chronicles of getting back up time and time again. This journey of mending is what defines our character. The gold-filled cracks become a testament to our history, a map of our survival. They tell a story of what we have overcome. They remind us that our imperfections and our scars are not things to be ashamed of. Instead, they are the very things that give us our unique strength and profound beauty. Embracing this perspective is the first step toward building a resilient mind. It's about learning to see the potential for growth and beauty, not just in our successes, but in our struggles as well. It's about becoming your own kintsugi artist. Resilience is often misunderstood. People sometimes think it's an innate trait, something you are either born with or you're not. But that's simply not true. Resilience is much more like a muscle. It's a skill that can be developed, trained, and strengthened over time with consistent effort. It is the psychological capacity to adapt well to adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats, or significant sources of stress. It's about bouncing back from difficult experiences. It's the inner strength that helps you navigate life's inevitable ups and downs without losing your sense of self or your hope for the future. The benefits of cultivating this mental muscle are immense. Resilient individuals tend to experience better mental health outcomes. They are less prone to depression and anxiety because they have developed effective coping mechanisms to manage stress. They can look at a problem and see a challenge to be overcome rather than an impassable barrier. This doesn't mean they don't feel stress or sadness. They feel it deeply, but they don't let those feelings define their reality or dictate their actions for long. They process the emotion, learn from the experience, and move forward with renewed purpose. It is a fundamental pillar of overall well-being. Consider the real-life example of J.K. Rowling. Before she became a household name, she was a single mother living on state benefits, facing countless rejections from publishers. She has spoken openly about her struggles with depression and feeling like a failure. Yet, She did not give up on her story about a young wizard. Her persistence, her grit, and her ability to bounce back from repeated professional rejection is a powerful demonstration of resilience in action. She held on to her vision, put in the work, and eventually, her perseverance paid off in a way that changed the world of literature forever. Her story isn't one of magic, but of profound mental toughness. This capacity to bounce back is crucial because life is inherently unpredictable. We will all face setbacks. We will lose jobs, end relationships, and face illnesses. Resilience is the toolkit that helps us weather these storms. It provides us with the stability to remain grounded when the world feels chaotic. It gives us the clarity to make sound decisions under pressure. Building resilience isn't about creating an impenetrable shield against pain. It's about weaving a safety net that allows you to fall, to feel the impact, and then to climb back up, ready to try again with the wisdom gained from the fall. What actually happens in our minds when we display resilience? It's a fascinating dance of psychology and neurology. When we face a stressful situation, our brain's amygdala, the threat detection center, goes into high alert. It triggers the fight-or-flight response, flooding our system with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. In a non-resilient person, this response can be overwhelming and prolonged, leading to chronic stress and anxiety. However, the resilient brain has a stronger connection between the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex, the brain's executive control center. This connection helps regulate the emotional response. This regulation is a key component of emotional intelligence. The prefrontal cortex essentially tells the amygdala, "Okay, I see the threat, but let's calm down and think this through." This process is called neuroplasticity, the brain's amazing ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Every time you consciously choose to reframe a negative thought, practice mindfulness, or face a fear, you are physically strengthening this neural pathway. You are training your brain to respond to stress with thought and reason, rather than with pure panic. It's a biological process of learning to stay calm in the storm. Positive psychology plays a significant role here. Practices like mindfulness and meditation are not just about feeling good, they are powerful brain-training exercises. When you sit in meditation, you are practicing noticing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This act of observation strengthens the prefrontal cortex's ability to regulate emotional impulses. You learn to create a space between a stimulus and your response. In that space lies your power to choose a more constructive reaction. This is stress management at its most fundamental level, building a buffer against the raw, reactive nature of our primal brain. Furthermore, our mindset directly influences our brain chemistry. A growth mindset, the belief that our abilities can be developed, fosters a more adaptive response to failure. When we see a setback as a learning opportunity, our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with reward and motivation. This creates a positive feedback loop. We try, we fail, we learn, we feel motivated to try again. Conversely, a fixed mindset can lead to feelings of helplessness, shutting down this motivated response. The science is clear. Our thoughts, beliefs, and intentional practices can literally reshape our brains to become more resilient. Knowing the science is one thing, but building resilience requires action. The good news is that the tools for forging your mental armor are accessible to everyone. One of the most powerful strategies is learning to reframe negative thoughts. Our minds have a natural negativity bias, a tendency to focus on threats and dangers. Cognitive reframing is the conscious act of challenging these automatic negative thoughts and finding a more balanced or positive perspective. For example, instead of thinking "I failed the presentation, I'm terrible at my job," you can reframe it as "that presentation didn't go as planned. What can I learn from this to improve for next time?" Another crucial tool is the practice of self-compassion. We are often our own harshest critics. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend who is struggling. When you make a mistake, instead of berating yourself, acknowledge your humanity. Say to yourself, this is really hard right now, and it's okay to feel disappointed. Everyone makes mistakes. This practice, developed by psychologist Dr. Kristen Neff, reduces the shame and isolation that often accompany failure, allowing you to recover more quickly and maintain your self-worth. It is the antidote to the destructive voice of the inner critic. Developing a growth mindset, as championed by psychologist Carol Dweck, is also fundamental. This is the belief that your intelligence and talents can be developed through dedication and hard work. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and see effort as the path to mastery. To cultivate this, start by paying attention to your own language. Replace phrases like, "I can't do this" with, "I can't do this yet." Celebrate not just the outcome but the effort and the process of learning. This subtle shift in perspective transforms challenges from threats into opportunities for growth. Finally, effective coping and stress reduction techniques are essential parts of your resilience toolkit. This could include physical activity, which is a powerful way to process stress hormones and boost mood. It might involve deep breathing exercises to calm your nervous system in moments of acute stress. Or it could be engaging in a hobby that brings you joy and allows you to enter a state of flow where you are fully immersed in an activity. The key is to find healthy coping strategies that work for you and to practice them regularly so they become second nature when you need them most. Resilience is not a destination you arrive at one day. It is not a certificate you earn. It is a lifelong journey, a continuous process of learning, adapting, and growing. Building mental toughness is a daily practice, woven into the fabric of your everyday life through small, consistent habits. Just as you brush your teeth every day for dental health, you can practice small habits for your mental health. It begins with the simple yet profound act of practicing gratitude. Each day, take a moment to identify 3 things you are thankful for. This simple exercise shifts your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's right. Building and nurturing a strong support network is another daily practice. Resilience is not a solo endeavor. We are social creatures who thrive on connection. Make time for the people in your life who lift you up. Reach out to a friend, have a meaningful conversation with a family member, or connect with a community group. These relationships are your safety net. They are the people who will offer perspective when you've lost it, who will celebrate your victories, and who will sit with you in your moments of struggle. Investing in these connections is one of the most powerful resilience-building activities you can undertake. Setting realistic goals and celebrating your wins, no matter how small, is also vital. Break down large, intimidating goals into small, manageable steps. Each time you accomplish one of these steps, take a moment to acknowledge your progress. This creates a sense of momentum and self-efficacy, the belief in your own ability to succeed. Celebrating small wins builds a track record of competence in your own mind, providing you with the confidence to tackle bigger challenges down the road. It reminds you that progress is a series of small, determined steps, not one giant leap. Ultimately, this journey requires ongoing self-reflection and a commitment to learning. Be curious about your own emotional responses. When you face a setback, ask yourself what you can learn from it. Read books, listen to podcasts, and seek out stories of resilience that inspire you. Remember the art of kintsugi. Embrace your cracks. See them not as flaws, but as proof that you have lived, you have struggled, and you have had the courage to mend yourself. Your resilience journey starts now, with a single conscious choice to get back up. Take that first step today. Start building your beautiful, strong, and uniquely resilient life. As you continue on your journey of resilience, remember, every small step you take today plants the seeds for a stronger tomorrow. Your story is still unfolding, and your ability to rise is a testament to your inner strength. If this video inspired you, help us spread the message of resilience. Like this video, subscribe for more empowering content, and share it with someone who might need a little encouragement today. Together, we can build a community that lifts each other up, one step, one story, and one act of courage at a time. Thank you for being here. Stay strong, keep growing, and remember, your resilience is your superpower.